One is related to the research paper, and others we are going to talk about the checklist before submission of article and how to submit paper to the journal. So in that means if you have anybody have the ready papers, it will possible, as I say in the initial, that if you want you have ready paper, we will submit. Okay. So the first we come on that we talk about the what we call the scoop science direct. We talk about the review. We talk about the journal. For what? For publishing in the target of our is to publish in the journal. How we will going to publish a paper in the journal. So here I will talk about that how to publish your journal in, as we are talking about international journal. International journal means must be they have the impact factor, and they are the Q1, Q2, Q3, 4, or anything is up to the field. Some field is maybe the Q1 is easy. Some field maybe the Q1 is difficult. So it depend upon the area what you are working. So this is nowadays coming the word publish or perish. Means if you publish, you will exist in the research field. If you don't publish, perish. Perish means nobody know about you. You've done very good research, you make a very thick thesis, but you are unable to publish a paper. So that your thesis is just a copy with your supervisor in your library, but nobody know inside what you write. And that's that one. So that is called perish. Perish means nobody know about you. If you publish means you flourish, people will know about you, and everything will go with the publication. If you don't publish, so I get a very good photo. So this photo is I like very much. This is the researcher. He have the in hand, you saw the draft. And this is the long road, highway. You understand it's highway. You saw? A lot of people are creating the problem to publish. Maybe the initial stage, maybe your colleague, you say, why you publish? No need to publish. Without publish, we get the degree. So what is the need to publish? And sometimes your supervisor also, this is rubbish thing, no need to publish. You do patent, you do something. There is another view of the people. Some they say go for exhibitions, another thing. So some of the people who will give you the negative impact. And then this is some of initial people. The second stage of the people are journal editor, he will with the, when you send your paper, cut. This paper is not having novelty, not good paper, no go for review. Even he don't send for the review, So these are the editorial board or something, Then again it go to the reviewer, the last one, The last one people who is sitting here is the reviewer. So your paper pass with your colleague, pass with your supervisor, maybe 2 or 3 times supervisor will cut. They say not good, rewrite. I remember there is one joke, while I'm doing PhD in USM, one of my friend, he is master student that time, and he is in pharmacy. So I asked that you have completed the research. He say, yeah, completed. But when I take to my supervisor did not look my thesis. She just say rewrite. So I don't understand what is the meaning of rewrite. So I say, what you do? He say, I nothing do. I just after that 1 month again I go, madam, I done the rewrite of this thesis. So sometimes the people do not look the things, he just say to rewrite. So the first stage you require to go through the supervisor, the colleague, everything, because sometimes maybe as a researcher you say no good paper, but your supervisor say not good. Another. So sometimes we have to get the positive and then what we call that. Sometimes if 2 or 3 people will look your paper will improve, but don't be disheartened with that thing. If you want to go through this journey, you have to ready with all this hurdle. If you pass this hurdle, then your paper will publish. So second stage is the journal you choose. As I say, the editor will go, and editor did not like your abstract or did not like your thing. So he is sent to you. First stage you pass. Second stage, editorial board did not like you. So they say it's not novelty, nothing new. So we feel that your paper have not good. So please be, they write a very polite letter. They write, we don't disheartened. It do not mean that your paper have no quality. Your paper have a quality, but this time maybe the paper will get better than you or something like that. They have the draft letter. They do not write a letter for you. There is a draft letter. They just, when click, it go to you, just changing by name and title of that one. And then after that, if you are lucky, it go for under review. And under review, as I say, under review, sometimes you are lucky. You get the right reviewer in your field. And sometimes you get the, I have an experience that we make the, what we call the active carbon or something. So one of the reviewers said, how possible it become a black? You know, like a illogical, and it look like nothing know about that field. So sometimes you will get the comment also, very rubbish comment, rubbish comment, and that is not related to you. So don't be disheartened. You have to, if the reviewer have, the editor have given you chance to revise, you will have to write the revision why this is different. And another thing, like rejected, then you have no choice, you go for another journal. So when this reviewer hurdle you pass, your paper will go for the revision, and then you will revise and you will get the acceptance. So when the paper will accept it, all this whole journey of hurdle will look like very comfortable. Otherwise, it look very tough. If you don't able to publish, as I say, people send 2-3 journal, rejected. So rejected is especially the new researcher. Why new researcher? Because you want to graduate, and that time that paper is very important for you. Very important. Why? Because you want to submit your thesis, and the thesis required 2 papers. As for example, nowadays I think UPM have also 1 paper published, 1 submitted. So 2 papers. That time, if you have not 1 paper, you are not eligible to submit your thesis. So that time you are very needy to publish a paper. So that is the time is important, So because of that, better you will try this struggle in the initial stage. So the initial stage you pass, then you fulfill the criteria. So anytime you will submit your thesis. So you require to. So this is the publication in reputable peer-reviewed journal should be the goal of every researcher, as this provides the most effective and permanent means of dissemination information to large audience. I remember that when I am doing my PhD, there is one professor from Iraq, and he is a highest publisher. Every year he published 40-50 paper in the journal, and every year they give money, so he take 40,000-50,000 ringgit, every month. So I remember, just like you, as a student, I also go to the seminar. His seminar is how to write thesis. So I go to his seminar, I ask him question, what is thesis? What is thesis? So he say anything is publishable is a thesis. And he give very good idea. He say even you publish a short article somewhere, people know. When they search in the Google engine, they will know that this type of work you've done. Otherwise, as I said, very good thesis, very good work, but in the library, nobody know about you, What is the use of that thesis? And most of the time it happens. Why? Because initial stage, we don't concentrate on writing a paper. And we accumulate the data, and the time is running. We reach to the 5th semester, 6th semester, and then the time fellowship is going to finish, sponsorship is going to finish. What we do? We have to submit the thesis. So that time we are in the rush. We have no time for publication, and we submit the thesis, we get the degree, and we started our job. So then we have no time to look on, or maybe you are master student, go for PhD. So that time even you have no time to look your master work, if not in the related field. Maybe if you change the field or something. So better to publish at initial stage. This is the things, it's very suit to that one. It does not matter whether or not you think it is fair. If you are an academic, your publishing record will have a crucial impact on your career. Means you feel it's bad or you feel it's good. You have no to think on that one, because it's bad, even then you have to, because sometimes like a researcher, we send paper, very good paper, the reject. Sometimes I know I did. I say, what we are doing, I have a good paper, but I'm not going to run away. Why not run away? first thing for my personal, because I want the paper for sustain in the people know that I'm doing the research. Another, sometimes we are what we call that looking to student. Maybe I'm not needing the paper, but the student need the paper. So that time we push student to publish. Why? Because they want to graduate, they want to take their degree. So this is, you think good or bad, you have to publish. Why? If you want the crucial impact on your career, like for example, if you are a master student, want to go for PhD, if you have a publication record, you will easy to get fellowship, you have easy to get sponsorship, easy to get a job. Like for example, if you are doing a PhD, then you want to go for a job, you must have a paper. Why? Because he have also PhD, she have also PhD, she have also PhD, the post is one. Understand that, especially like for example, in the Malaysia, in the coming time, not an easy job. You be frank. If you have not job, some of them like he is from already in the job, some of them from job, it's okay. But who is just doing the PhD and want to take job, even as a local researcher, is not an easy job. So there what is going to done? They will look your publication record. Because there is a 4 posts and 16 applicants. So the only 4 is going to get a job, 12 is going to eliminate. So the 12 who did not get a job, who have no publication. Because everybody have no publication. When the time will come to time, they will look impact factor, they will look Q1 journal, they will look Q2 journal. Understand? Like for example, he have also 4 publication, you have also 4 publication. You have also degree in chemical engineering, he have also degree in chemical engineering. Then type. Then what is going to do? They will look the Q1 journal, Q2 journal, or they will look impact factor. So who is going to publish in the good journal and who have the better impact factor, they are going to get a job. So be careful, don't publish your paper, every paper in the low category journal, You have to have, every paper we are not possible to publish in a good journal, So some is in good. Up to your, as a researcher, you decide which paper have what quality. Don't be afraid with the reviewer and all these things. As a researcher, because for me, if I write a paper, I know the quality. This paper is good or bad. As a researcher, I know. So you have to decide that you feel that paper is very good. You try high impact journal. 1 is not published, don't worry. 2nd you try, 3rd you try, 4th you try, until not published. And you don't believe, sometime I tried one year to publish one paper. This reject, okay, no problem. When I get time, send to others. But I publish. Determined to publish. Because I don't want to put that paper in my desktop. I want to eliminate from there and put into the publish folder. I have the one folder which I call publish article folder. So I don't want to put into my desktop just a rejected paper. I don't want. I just want to that paper must be published. So it can profoundly affect your prospect for get job, research grant, for getting promotion, for having a teaching load that absorb all time, winning academic prize and fellowship. Like for example, even as a researcher, we apply the grant. They are asking how many paper you publish and what's the impact factor. If you have this number of publication, then you are eligible for grant. So this is the sum of the things is coming to that one. If you have not a publication, then maybe you are unable to apply for research grant or something like that. So you must have. Publishing scientific paper is a complex and challenging skill. So I'm motivating you and also giving some challenge, So I'm not giving you say everything soft. So you have to look that it's a complex job. Complex job, why I'm saying that one? You submit one paper, rejected. As a new researcher, I'm saying very disheartened because my paper is rejected. But you determine to achieve the goal. Okay, no problem. I tried 2nd, I tried 3rd, I tried 4th, I tried 5th until it got published. If you have a determination like that, then you will sustain because time to time it's becoming tough. Why? Because the number of researchers is increasing and the journal is not increasing that multiple amount. Still the good journal is lacking. So you have like, yesterday I just chat one of my friend from India, professor. He said, doctor, look, nowadays difficult to publish. He's a good researcher, And I review some of the paper, but he said,